It's fine. It's off. I think so. Yeah. How many are there? I'll play. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, because then there's no one that's gonna be buyed out.
I'm like, this art can't do any worse. It's still better than Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, the art's way better. Yeah. Art.
If I take my glasses off, it looks like Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, but what does Yu-Gi-Oh look like? Like a mosaic.
Yeah, exactly. Looks like a Mona Lisa. Yeah.
Oh, she's weird. Oh, wait, he's still streaming. You got one guy. On Age of Ultron, I'm gonna go ham. I'm gonna get. Yeah.
And you get the same two super. I get 10 cards.
Then I'll put a $60 card on eBay and
He's gonna get 4 flashes. Even though it's Age of Ultron.
No, you know, you're probably gonna hold its value right now. You know what was the most common rare? Joker. Really? I've seen so many. I got to do that.
Oh, wow. You know, I think the two most, the rarest rares are, at least for me, was Lex Luthor and Robin. I didn't pull one Lex Luthor in the Gravity Fever.
Oh, you have to trade for it?
I bought it off of that's common.
It's funny on one of the Dice Masters Facebook groups, people are debating like, how this is gonna be good. And everyone has all these like theories, like, oh, this guy.
Well, if you're playing DC, it might be good because it costs so much to field if you can get a big guy out there. Well, with Professor X doesn't matter. But DC only is not any different.
Yeah, Jeff actually found me. I'm like, dude, what kind of friend are you?
They don't know your name.
Yeah, friend that doesn't know my name.
What is your last name? Alright.
I don't know if my brother might run on Facebook.
Who does he play?
Here's the other keys in the car.
Yeah. What day is it today? May 6th? 7? Thank you.
Chris. You gotta add me to Facebook so I can put you in our alliance.
Alright.
I'm a good moral support for the alliance. Like, I can cheer you guys on.
Oh no, I'm one of those. I don't know those people. That's true. Good card. Good.
I think they all thought.
So yeah, cards going to go. Yeah. This is running.
Someone had to take them. Look at you. I don't notice it. They're using on the camera. But after the first match, they're gone. That's one of the videos. After the first match, they're gone. That's me and. Is that me?
Chris. Yeah. Yeah, he's playing.
When I go, I have one bad
Oh, okay. Who am I playing?
I'm playing you. We're playing on stream.
Yeah, why not?
Everyone else is sitting down already.
Let me go ahead and. Should be on, I think. Let me double check this.
It looks like it's gonna sound.
Which one? Yeah.
Didn't sound right.
Yeah, I think so.
Where's the? Do you have the chat window up?
Yeah, hold on.
No viewers yet.
Oh wow, my team, I haven't run them yet, so I want to kind of familiarize myself.
All right, guys, welcome to Comic Hero University. Running Constructed Unlimited tonight. DC set just came out last week, so a lot of people looking forward to running DC stuff. Let's take a look at their teams. We got Magic Missile and a Powerbolt basic action on one side, Anger Issues and Powerbolt basic action on the other. On the DC mat, we got Professor X, Magneto, Lex Luthor, Super Rare Constantine everyone wants from DC. Got the Human Torch, Super Rare Red Dragon, got Human Paladin, and Iron Man. Looks like could be going pseudo villains possibly. You got the Magneto global in there though, that's kind of works against the villains. On the other side we got Aquaman, Black Mana, Firestorm, Captain Cold, Batman, Martian Manhunter, another super rare Constantine, Zatanna. So a lot of villains over there too. So they're doing a sidekick roll off for first turn. And that's got 3. I think it's Matt, right? Kent, that's right. Kent's going first. He's got 3 energy, sidekick. See who's gonna buy. He went for Aquaman first.
Good.
So that Aquaman's got the Justice League. You can buy them for 1 less cost.
All of it.
So we've got, looks like 3 other Justice League characters. So that's gonna help him. 4 other ones. It's gonna help him get his other characters quicker, which is why he bought him first. Chris has got 4 energy, 3 mask, 3 fists, 1 mask. He's picking up a magic missile. He's keeping a mask in there, probably for globals such as Professor X. Kent rolls 3 energy and a sidekick. It's got 2 question marks there, which is good. Rerolls sidekick, gets another question mark.
He needs to be active.
So Zatanna for 3. Chris is gonna do Professor X Global. Back to Kent. What does he want to do? He's gonna pass the turn, Chris. So Chris is rolling 6. He's got 1 sidekick. Might be going for a big buy if he wants to reroll that sidekick, or just have extra mass for Professor X. Rerolling sidekick. Looking for some energy. So now he's got 6 energy. Doing red dragon global, so he has to buy an action for 2 less, and Kent takes 1 damage when he buys that action. So he buys the magic missile. He's gonna buy Constantine, and he keeps the 2 mass and ends his turn. So Kent does Professor X, so he'll be rolling 4 dice out of his bag, plus a 2 in prep on his next turn. Shaking his sack. He's got 3 sidekicks and Aquaman out of his bag, which is good, so he can get some Justice League characters for cheaper. He's got a sidekick. Aquaman did not roll though. He's got double shields. Rerolling sidekick and Aquaman. So got a question mark in Aquaman, which is pretty good. So he's got the 0 field cost on Aquaman, and then he's gonna be able to buy Justice League characters for 1 less. So he's gonna have a good amount of energy to work with to buy.
Shout outs to Chappy Chap for joining us on the chat.
So Jeff says hi to Drew on the chat. He says hi back, and he waved and smiled all at once. So Chris, Professor X's.
And then I just did
Alright, so Kent ends his turn.
all this in the bag.
Alright, Chris is rolling 8 dice, I believe. So he rolls Constantine, 2 psychics, and then 4, 5 energy.
Because you may want to buy global stuff. Opportunity to buy attack or
You don't even have enough. Just give me a
He's counting his energy, seeing who he needs to reroll. Just adding up his energy, considering his character's fielding costs. He was going to be the most efficient way to use his energy without wasting any of his dice this turn. So his Constantine is 0 cost, so that's going to field for free. He may be getting hung up on no 3 cost characters to buy. Rerolling 2 psychics and some energy, 2 energy. And you got all energy. It's got 2 question marks. Fields Constantine for free. And he's going to buy Lex Luthor. His ability is whenever you use a basic action die, roll it. If it is an action phase, add it to your prep area. That's the uncommon Lex Luthor. So you have the possibility of using the same action die every turn if you can get that 50-50 roll every time. So with 6 Powerballs out there, that can turn into a lot of damage pretty quick.
I'm gonna call out Firestorm.
So Chris calls Firestorm out. That's a super rare, so if he fields Firestorm, his card is blank and he cannot attack for this turn, which really hurts the when fielded characters. So Kent pulls Zatanna, 2 sidekick dice, and he's refilling his bag. Pulls another sidekick. Gets Zatanna on his character face, 0 fielding cost.
When fielded, draw a die from your bag, put in your prep.
So he's got the Zatanna that puts a die in his prep when she fields. And then he's got 3 energy left over. 2 fists. So he uses a 2 fists and a shield to buy a Powerbolt. And Chris does Professor X twice. And Kent ends the turn. So Chris is drawing. He's got 2 magic missiles, a sidekick, and he's refilling from his use pile. Pulls a sidekick. So he's rolling 8 dice this turn. Looks like he's got all energy. Action dice, roll energy.
If you didn't want either one.
So he's keeping 1 lightning bolt and re-rolling everything else. So he gets a sidekick and he gets the 2 magic missiles. So Chris buys a human paladin.
Bolt for your life, and empowered with Human Torch. Hey, when you deal damage with an action die or glow ability, deal 1 extra damage to one target.
So he's doing magic missile along with the human torch global, which adds 1 more damage, and then does the second magic missile. So Kent is at 4 life.
Oh wait, hold on. I have to call. Yeah, that's right.
So Chris is calling for his Constantine ability.
Yes. I don't know what you want. I'm gonna say Constantine.
He calls Constantine, which shouldn't slow Constantine down since he's while active. His ability kicks in on Chris's turn, but he won't be able to attack with him. So he gets 4 psychic dice out of his bag, and he had Firestorm in his prep from before. So he gets 1 psychic dice. Firestorm did not roll. He's rolling the psychic and the Firestorm dice, and gets a sidekick and a double bolt on the Firestorm. So he's got 5 energy, including a question mark, and he's got 1 sidekick.
I'm gonna use this 4 to buy a Manhunter since he's active. It makes him 4 costs.
So he buys Manhunter for 1 less because of Aquaman.
Deals this.
Deals a sidekick, keeps his question mark, and ends his turn. So Chris pulls a Lex Luthor, 2 sidekick. He's listening to the dice. This 4th one is a magic missile again. So if he can get Lex Luthor out, he's going to start comboing all his magic missiles and power bolts if he buys them. Just going to use the action dice to kill his opponent. So Lex Luthor comes up on his character face. Magic missile rolls energy, and he's got 2 other energy. And he's re-rolling the magic missile. And he gets action side. Feels Lex Luthor. So he does a magic missile for 2. Kent's at 2 life. So he's re-rolling for Lex Luthor's ability. And he didn't get the roll, so it goes into use instead of the prep. So that roll should be 50-50, so when you're rolling a lot of the action dice, it's probably a good chance you're going to be able to roll those on the next turn. So Chris is calling Martian Manhunter for his Constantine ability. Kent pulls a Constantine out of his bag and then refills. So Kent pulls Martian Manhunter, Firestorm, and a Psychic. So a lot of characters. DC, they're pretty pricey to field, so he's just got to make sure he can roll enough energy to field all those characters. So Constantine didn't come up on a character face, neither did Martian Manhunter. Firestorm came up on a 2 field cost. So he's rerolling Constantine and gets a double shield. So he's got some energy to work with, and even with paying the 2 cost Firestorm. So he's buying Batman for 4, and then he's using 2 to field Firestorm.
I'm going to attack. Oh, can I use my use our fast priority?
So he passes priority to Chris, who has a mask, and does PXG with one for 1 dice. So then we'll move into the attack step.
I'm going to attack you and I'm going to do damage to your health.
So Kent attacks with Firestorm, and he does 1 damage to a character or player when he attacks, which he does to Chris's life, who is now at 19. Chris blocks with a sidekick, who gets KO'd. Firestorm goes back to the field. So Chris is back up. Pulls Human Paladin, 2 sidekick, and a 3rd sidekick. So Human Paladin is the one that is while active, your character in the field cannot be affected by global abilities used by your opponent. It also has a shield global. Reduce the damage you take from a character ability to 1. So if he feels Human Paladin, that's going to protect his characters from his opponent doing global abilities on them, which is pretty good. So Human Paladin didn't come up. He's going to reroll it along with the sidekick character that came up. Human Paladin came up double shield on the second roll, so he's got 7 energy to work with. 3 question marks. So there's no action dice coming at Kent this turn. So he's counting his energy, looking at what energy type he has to work with to buy and do globals.
I'm gonna spend 1 Red Dragon.
So he's doing Red Dragon global. Kent takes 1. He's at 11.
The shield's been down.
And he pays 1 more to buy the last magic missile. He's got 5 energy left, including 3 masks. Or 3 question marks rather. 1 mask and a shield.
Shield? Declare that a villain.
So he's turning Firestorm into a villain. And then he's going to do Magneto's global to reroll him. He comes up character face still, but on a lower level. He's now 4-4 or 4-6. 4-6. So Chris has still got 3 question marks to work with.
I'm gonna reroll that again.
And then he's rerolling it again. He wants to get him off the field. And he comes up bolt.
No, it goes into reserve. Yes. And then yeah. Question out. And then end my turn and I declare
Chris ends his turn with Constantine.
In my turn, I declare.
Chris is looking at the use pile to see who's gonna use his Constantine ability on. Uses it on Martian Manhunter. So Martian Manhunter just has Overcrush, no other abilities.
Oh, I didn't know you had 4 in there.
So he rolls 1 action and 3 psychic dice. Gets the action phase, 3 energy.
First, I'm gonna use this on your health. Alright, powerful. 19 to
So
17? Yeah.
he does Powerbolt on Chris's health, so Chris is down to 17. He's got 3 energy left, a shield, and 2 question marks. So he does Magneto's Global on Lex Luthor. He comes up a face again.
I use the shield. It's a mask. Oh. Okay. Sorry, you were at the high level, right? Yes. So that's what you're on right now.
So Kent used the wrong energy for that global, so they're taking that move back because it was an illegal move and just caught himself. So they're putting Lex Luthor back to his previous level. So Kent still got the 3 energy to use. He's attacking with Katana and a sidekick. So Chris is doing PXG during the main step, and then he's going to declare blockers against Zatanna and the sidekick. Chris does no blockers. He takes 3 damage, so he's now at 14. And Chris is up for his turn. He pulls a magic missile, 2 sidekick, and is refilling his bag. So he rolls a magic missile and gets a sidekick and a bunch of energy. Looks like he's stacking up that bolt with the magic missile to combo. So Chris is just thinking how he's going to spend his energy if he needs a reroll. So no reroll. He feels a sidekick. Uses a bolt to do Red Dragon Global. So Kent will take 1 damage and go down to 10. And then he's going to buy a Power Bolt for 2 less. So it is Power Bolt on Kent. And then use the Human Torch Global, which does another damage. So Kent's down to 7. And he's using Lex Luthor's ability to reroll the Magic Missile, which comes up on the action side, so he gets to prep that die and use it again next turn. He's still got 3 question marks. He passed priority to Kent. He's going to do PXG 2 times to place 4 psychic dice in his prep area. Chris does an attack, ends his turn. He saves the 3 question marks. Chris declares Martian Manhunter with his, for his Constantine's ability. So if he pulls Martian Manhunter, he won't be able to attack. But he doesn't come up. He gets Zatanna, Batman, and Constantine. And then a handful of sidekicks. Batman comes up. Sidekick comes up. Powerbolt comes up. Zatanna and Constantine roll as double energy. So he's rolling a sidekick and Zatanna. Zatanna comes up on his character face and the sidekick pops back up. So right now he's got 1 sidekick, a Zatanna, and a Batman that he can field, in addition to a Powerbolt he can use. He fields Batman. So because Zatanna is just in weak, Batman gives Kent 1 life, so he goes to 8, and then when Zatanna fields, she preps a die from the bag. So fields a Psychic, he's got 4 energy and a Magic Missile left. Or 3 energy and a Magic Missile left. So he uses Powerbolt on Chris's life, so he's at 12. So he's spending 2 for Black Manta, and that's the common. If Black Manta is blocked but not KO'd, the opponent takes 1 damage. So priority is passed. Chris does 3 PXGs to get 5 Psychic dice in his prep. He still has that Magic Missile in his prep from last turn. So from his bag, he pulls a Psychic, a Human Paladin, and 2 Magic Missiles. So with Lex Luthor, he's going to be rolling 3 Magic Missiles to possibly reuse, which is pretty good odds. He rolls 2 of the Magic Missiles on the action phase. Human Paladin rolls on the energy, double energy. He's got a Sidekick. So it looks like he's keeping a question mark and 2 Magic Missiles. If he gets a perfect roll, he might be able to end it here. Let's see what he gets. Magic Missile didn't come up. He got a couple of Sidekicks. Human Paladin did come up. So let's see how much damage he can do. Kent's got 5 blockers over there, which is going to help him out on holding off an attack. Let's see if it's going to be enough, or if Chris can end it with those 2 Magic Missiles and an attack. So with Human Paladin in the field, Chris's characters cannot be affected by global abilities. So Chris has got 6 energy and the 2 Magic Missiles in his reserve pool to use. Kent is at 8 life, so Chris is trying to see what he has to do to be able to end it this turn, or if it's possible, or if he just wants to play it safe. So he's doing Magic Missile with Human Torch Global once. Now he's re-rolling it for Lex Luthor's ability, and it comes up. So Kent is at 5 now. Now he's doing his second Magic Missile with Human Torch for 3 more. And he gets that one too. Now he's got 4 energy to work with. And Chris ends the turn, keeps 2 generic energy and 4 mass in his reserve pool. So Chris still has a lot of energy to use and could buy some stuff if he wanted to, but a lot of the time the best thing to do is not to buy stuff and fill your bag with stuff that's not going to help you win the game. Just because you have energy to spend doesn't mean that you want to buy stuff. If you have the dice that you need already, don't fill it up with a bunch of other stuff that you don't need. That's just going to keep you from getting the stuff that you need to win the game. So Kent rolls 3 Psychic dice, Firestorm and Mash and Martin Hunter. Firestorm comes up, Martian Manhunter comes up on the reroll. So he's using all his energy to field Martian Manhunter and Firestorm. Because they're just in lead characters, Kent gets 2 life from Batman's ability, so he's at 4. So that Batman ability is actually helping him stay alive against direct damage, magic missile, and power bolts. So Martian Manhunter can attack because of Constantine's ability. Ken attacks with a sidekick, Zatanna, and Firestorm. Firestorm takes 1 life automatically. Then Chris is going to declare blockers and then do any globals that they need to do. So Human Paladin is going to block the sidekick. And then 2 sidekicks on the other characters, Firestorm and Zatanna. So Firestorm and Zatanna stays on the field. Human Paladin stays on the field. All the sidekicks knocks out. And then Chris does PXG twice. Chris has got 8 dice in his prep area and only 3 dice in his use and bag, so he takes 1 energy burn. There's a chant for Kent. So 1 magic missile comes up. If another magic missile or power bolt is rolled, then that should be game. Unless Kent's got a trick up his sleeve that we can't predict. I heard his signature move is flipping over the table just before he's going to lose. So there's another magic missile and a power bolt, so that should be a game along with 2 bolts. So they're going to call it. So Chris wins that with 10 life left. Yep. Got an ultra combo, -4 damage dealt. So what do you guys think about Chris's build with the power bolt and magic missile direct damage? It's comboing that with Lex Luthor and using Red Dragon to get it for cheaper. So his strategy is pretty clear, pretty obvious, but is it too strong to counteract if you don't know what he's going to bring? What do you guys think? He also had the Iron Man Global and Magneto Global to combo when he wanted to get rid of some characters. He uses Iron Man, pays a shield to turn a character into a villain, and then use the Magneto Global to re-roll that villain. It's kind of an interesting strategy considering that he's got Lex Luthor as a vital part of his strategy there, who is a villain and can always be re-rolled with Magneto. And that combo can also be used against him anytime his opponent uses a shield and a mask. So Chris is saying that's why he has a Human Paladin. He uses that to keep his characters from being re-rolled. So what would you guys do to stop the onslaught of power bolts and magic missiles? Is there a good counter? Is it just too strong of a strategy? So it looks like we have 1 other game that's finished and 2 other games that are still going. So we'll wait for those 2 to finish and we'll get going on round 2 after we get the matchups.
I don't know. I have to go to the actual thing.
You can check right here.
You really didn't see that, huh? Dude, you rolled that.
Okay.
I think you rolled this. Did you roll?
So then what did you think about Kent's build with the Justice League? He had pretty good synergy going there. use Aquaman to lower the cost of his characters, and use Batman to gain life. Batman actually came in handy, probably kept him alive a turn or two. That might have been enough in a different situation to let him swing in for the kill, but he just wasn't able to pull off a big swing to take out that 10 damage. But he did have a good wall of blockers up there. Interestingly, he never fielded his Constantine, I don't believe. I don't even think he re-rolled him a few times, so he might just use it for cheap double energy to be able to use, or maybe he just didn't feel like that was going to help him at that moment in the game. At 2 cost, using him for double energy is not a bad idea if he's not going to help you, especially with DC characters with their fielding costs. That double energy is going to allow you to field the characters if you're rolling a lot, and also field the characters and buy other ones if you're not rolling too many. If you haven't looked at the DC characters, there's very few that have 001s or 011s. A lot of them have 011s, 012s, and if you get 2 or 3 of those, they're pretty expensive to cost in a single turn, especially if you're running DC only and you don't have a Professor X ramp to roll 4 additional sidekicks. There are some pretty good cards that allow you to prep dice. There's a Save Civilians, which could allow you to roll a lot of dice if you can field sidekicks on that. You've got the Villainous Pact, which is not a ramp, but helps you carry over extra energy so that you don't waste a single energy on a turn, or just to save up to do a larger buy on your next turn. You have Zatanna. I think there's some other Justice League characters and some other cards that allow you to prep dice and get somewhat of a ramp. So those of you that have played the new DC set, what are the cards that you guys like? Do you have any combos that you've discovered with the other sets, or in and of themselves? I know the set seems like it's made to work with 2 cards or 3 cards, or the affiliations working together, which is pretty cool. You have like Batman Robin combos, you have Harley Quinn and Joker combos, and they actually work. It's not like other cards like Iron Man and War Machine, which is probably not going to help you too much. Those team ups in the DC actually allow you to do some pretty cool stuff. Tonight I'm going to be running Harley Quinn and Joker combo, and Joker is a pretty good control card, and getting him at a 3 cost and then fielding him for 1 less is a pretty big deal. There's also the Batman and Robin that I know of. I can't think off the top of my head if there's any others that are specifically named character cards, but you also have the affiliations and stuff like that. So I thought that was kind of cool how they made the set to work with other characters, work with other cards. So the synergy is kind of there. It's pretty obvious when you start going one route. It's pretty obvious what type of cards are going to complement your build. I've got a villain deck that I'm running tonight, and interestingly, the Marvel villains and the DC villains don't have the synergy just because they're villains. Most of my cards end up being DC villains. I tried running some Marvel villains, and I only kept the ones that were good in and of themselves, not necessarily just because they're villains. The villains was more of a bonus to work with the other ones. But there's other people working on villain decks. Mr. Sinister is one that you can combo with Retaliation, or if they're running villains, he's going to give you 1 life here and there as you're knocking them out too. So these guys are gonna finish up. I'm gonna hop off the mic, and then we'll get another game going on the main camera. We'll probably try and get the winners on the camera so you can see the decks that are doing well tonight.
I have a quick question I want to talk to you about. Alright, so imagine I have a sidekick, correct? And he attacks through, and blockers are not declared yet. During Global's phase, if I have an active Magneto, can I turn that psychic into a villain? And then this triggers all active villains get +2 attack, +2 defense. And all of a sudden, instead of 1, he's swinging for 3.
So Chris is asking if he attacks with the psychic and he's got a villain active, or a Magneto active rather. If he turns him into a villain, is that psychic going to get the bonus? And I believe he should, because he's going to have the villain affiliation.
Yeah, right.
Once you use a shield on him from Iron Man's Global. So what you can do, what I've seen people do with similar situations, not necessarily a buff like this, but maybe Overcrush or something else, is they'll declare their attackers, and the opponent will declare their blockers. Because they don't have enough, they wait and see who goes on block. So then they'll apply the buff, whether it be Magneto's buff of a villain, or if it's Overcrush, or if it's just doing bolts to add +1 attack. So that's in Chris's question, I believe it should. Pretty sure that it will get the bonus once you use that 2 versus 2.
Okay. Yeah, because that's the one thing I was wondering, because timing is really strict in this game. So I'm wondering.
So
when active effect kicks in right after the global goes.
Right. So Magneto's effect is always going to be active. So then after attackers and blockers are declared, you get to do globals and actions. So you get an opportunity to flip someone to a villain. So then, as a villain, he will get that buff.
Good to know.
So it looks like round 2 is finished, and we're gonna do the matchups, and we're gonna have someone else hop on the mic. Looks like I will be playing Robert.
Don't play here.
Doesn't matter. Do you want to get winners on here, or how do you want to do it?
I don't care.
Matt? Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Let's roll. Get out of the way.
Alright, so I'm going to be matching up against Robert here on the main stage.
The main stage.
So Kent's going to hop on the mic. He's got the bye, so that's an easy win.
Hey guys, this is Kent here. Hope you guys are enjoying this tournament today. Looks like we got a couple of heavy hitters coming up here with Jason and Robert matching up on the main table. Robert claims he's not got a heavy hitting team today, but we'll see. This is always a good matchup, one I always enjoy watching. Hey Fiznet, how are you? One of our players is a fellow watcher with us right now, so shout out to Fiznet. How are you guys liking the DC set? Are you guys enjoying it enough to want to infuse a lot into your decks? Just let us know. Just curious. So let's see what Robert's got on his team here. Robert is running with a Pandora's Box and Casualties action cards, Aquaman, the uncommon / rare Constantine, the common Black Manta, uncommon Hawkman, uncommon Cheetah, common Robin, the Superman that cannot be targeted by opposing action dice, and the Batman that
No anti-villain?
whenever Batman damages a villain, gain 1 life. Yeah, okay. And then we have Jason's deck with the Villainous Pact, Takedown, Gabi, Morphing Jar, the uncommon / rare Constantine, Joker uncommon, Harley Quinn common, Injection Fairy Lily, common, the Deathstroke common that offers deal 1 damage to opposing for each villain, and the Black Manta.
The common copy.
Hey guys, it's Chris P. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Dice Masters 101, and always follow us. We're playing Dice Masters every Thursday here at Comic Hero University Fullerton. Oh, promote the coupon code. And we have a coupon code that we don't have. All right. As you guys know, that's Ken P. All right, I'm gonna go head it off because I got a match to win.
Hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for the amazing Chris P. 1-0 in this tournament. We'll take care of the choppiness problems, guys. Sorry about that. So now we will be rolling with Robert first. Robert rolls Sidekick 3 energy. We'll just have to reroll everything. That that roll doesn't help him much. It's 3 sidekicks and a question mark.
Okay, so I'll do a bonus pack then.
Uses Villainous Pack's Global, which is once per turn during your turn. If you have no dice in your prep area, you may draw a die and place it in your prep area for a mask.
Oh no.
So now we will buy a Sidekick with Jason, kill the Sidekick, and then go over to Robert. Robert pulls out a roll of 2 sidekicks and much energy, and now we re-roll that, keeping 1 question mark. Now it's 1. What is that? 1 mask, 2 fists, 2 question marks. Just gonna hold on to 1 mask for sure. It looks like. He buys a Hawkman. Let's see what he decides to do here. He's going to pass priority. Jason passes back and the turn is ended. Now Jason rolls 4. There's his makeshift ice tower. Still the coolest one here. He's got 1 sidekick, a shield, and 2 other energy. Looks like a mask and a fist. Buys a Constantine.
Villainous Pack Global.
Use Villainous Pack's Global.
It's actually really good for keeping Psychic out of your dice. I mean, out your bag. Pass priority.
We pass this priority over to Robert. They were just discussing how the Villainous Pack Global is very useful to keep sidekick dice out of your bag and to keep pulling out your characters every time you can. Robert passes back. Jason ends his turn. Robert will now put his 4 dice into the bag and pull out his Hawkman from his prep. He rolls all energy and his Hawkman on its first level face. Robert's going for an Aquaman.
I'm gonna do my Villainous Pack.
He's gonna use Villainous Pack Global.
Put one in the bag.
So he moves that to his prep.
And he comes out.
Fields is Hawkman.
I'll tackle
The rest of our tournament looks like it's going pretty well too, guys. We got 3 other tables. On those 3 tables, we have. We have 3 other games on 2 other tables. The gameplay here is fun. Everyone provides a fun environment, and it's pretty fair to say that we're pretty friendly here. If you guys would like to come check us out, if you just want to watch, because if you can't make it on time to play, you're more than welcome to. But we also enjoy you guys checking out the stream. So Robert took 2 damage, or hit Jason with 2 damage. Here comes the black mana. He also has his Constantine roll as energy right now. And he rerolls his Constantine, getting it on a character face. He'll feel the sidekick and the Constantine and Manta. He's going to end his turn there. Robert puts 6 die into his bag. He'll be rolling 5 dice this turn. There's an Aquaman. And he gets Aquaman on the character face with free fielding costs. Now that that is active, all other Justice League characters cost 1 less to field if he chooses to do so. Just got 4 energy there. Fields his Aquaman. He's going to buy his Batman for 1 cost cheaper because of Aquaman's ability. So that makes it a 4 cost. And he passes priority back to Jason. Jason has nothing to do, so Robert ends his turn. So he rolls 4 energy. Let's see, who is he looking to purchase? He's got a pretty nice array of purchase costs. Uses 3 to buy Harley. Uses 1 for the morphing jar. And then he will pass his priority and end his turn. Robert pulls out a Hawkman. And see if he can get that Batman out as well. Nope. 2 more sidekick dice. Rolls another Hawkman. He's got 2 masks and a bolt. His Hawkman has 1 fielding cost, so one of those will have to be dedicated to that dice. Robert will use a bolt to field Hawkman. He's going to use his mask to use Villainous Pack Global. Pulls out a Batman. Passes priority. Jason has nothing to do anything with, so he will pass it back to Robert. Robert's going to attack with his Hawkman. That has 3 damage and 4 block. He uses those 4 to block.
Deal all 3 to one side.
He's going to use 3 to one sidekick, and he will push and knock out. Oh, sorry, no, it's not push. That was a misspeak. He ends up both then get knocked out. He calls Harley Quinn with his Constantine's ability, which is call your dice before you do it. If you roll it, and if you pull that dice and roll it, you are able to field it for free. But he pulls none such luck and is stuck with energy on the sidekick roll. He passes priority to Robert. Robert passes it back. And Jason now ends his turn. Robert pulls 2 dice out of his bag and is able to pull the 2 other sidekick to complete it. See what he rolls. So he has a Batman and a Hawkman both on the character face. Each of them costing 1 to field, so he will use 2 of his energy that he has there to field that.
Spend 2 energy to heal those 2.
He will field Batman, and the Hawkman uses 2 to buy casualties. He passes priority. Robert decides to attack with Hawkman again. So he does the same thing. He does it all to 1 sidekick, wasting 1 sidekick and putting his Hawkman into the use pile. Calls Harley Quinn. He's able to pull it. Now if he rolls it, she fields for free. Oh, Deathstroke as well. He's got a pretty character face heavy choice here. He rolls a character face for Deathstroke, and Morphine Jar and Harley are both on energy. He will reroll Harley. Thanks, Tristan. Take care, man.
How many pictures do you think I should
Take down. Constantine.
Use takedown on Constantine and the sidekick.
2. Field.
Choose 2
Take 4.
to field the Deathstroke. So that does 4 damage to Robert, and they're both. Oh, sorry. 4 damage to Robert. Robert and Jason are both now at 16 life.
Pass priority.
Pass priority. Robert has nothing to do.
Attack.
He attacks with a 6/6 Deathstroke. Batman comes out to challenge him.
Okay, not KO. But I also gain a life and takes advantage.
Robert gains 1 life for taking damage.
Whenever Batman damages a villain, gain 1 life.
Or sorry, he damages Deathstroke. Deathstroke is a villain, so he gains 1 life because of the ability for Batman. Sorry for that camera bump, guys. Got a crowded room here.
Big booty passing.
Robert's got quite a bit of dice here to roll.
Oh no.
He rolls at casualties, Batman and Hawkman, along with 3 energy. For those of you unfamiliar with casualties, casualties offers on this character or in this face Robert to KO a target sidekick, which would be the only sidekick Jason has. Robert rerolls Hawkman, rolls a double bolt. He looks happy with that roll. Let's see what he has up in store.
3 bolts.
3 bolts
Batman.
to kill Batman.
KO.
He's going to KO Jason's sidekick with the casualties. Except with a question mark and a mask. We'll use a question mark to use casualties Global
Gain 1 life.
will
Just like-
gain 1 life because he KO'd a sidekick on his turn. So that puts Robert back to 18 life. Jason's at 16. Now he's a villain in his pack with the remaining mask. You can pass priority over to Jason. Nothing is done by Jason.
They literally just give me this up to the signature. I really like his ability because he lets you use these again. Oh, I love that. It's crazy.
He does not attack on this turn. Let's see where he goes from here.
Then Constantine helps against the
So he rolls 3 sidekick and 2 energy. See if he chooses to reroll, if he chooses the field. He's going to reroll one of the sidekicks along with 2 energy. It's 2 bolts and a question mark. He now has options. He fields the 2 sidekicks. He could decide to buy another character here with a 3 energy. He's going to buy a takedown.
Any other big fucking besides
See if he's going to pass priority to Robert. Robert passes back. He attacks with Deathstroke. See if Robert chooses the same strategy. Yes, he does. He looks like he is going to. Nope. He's going to chump block with the sidekick. It looks like Jason's trying to use the ability of Deathstroke, which is when he's fielded, you deal 1 damage to the opposing player for any villains you have, for each villain, sorry, that you have on the field. But he is unable to knock out the Deathstroke thanks to Robert's successful strategies.
It's fine. 4.
4 viewers.
I went from 7 to 4? That's terrible.
Chris won, if anyone was wondering.
When you look at it, I want to show my hand.
Oh, yeah? It motivates me, and when I look at it.
Robert rolls quite a hefty amount of sidekick dice and energy.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He has 5 energy, buys a Superman for 1 cheaper than the 6 because of Aquaman's ability. Fields a sidekick, and he is left with 1 mask. He will use Villainous Pack, and with that, Robert will be rolling at least 5 dice next turn. He passes priority, and Jason now takes his turn. He calls Harley Quinn for his ability with Constantine. He'll pull Harley Quinn, and now let's see if he can roll her and field her for free. No, he gets a mask. He's not yet been successful with that call and roll, but let's see if he can get it if he rerolls. He has 3 energy and 1 sidekick.
Did you read the Superior Spider-Man? What do you think? Yeah, I love it, dude. I think Doc is the best Spider-Man.
And oh gosh, he gets another mask.
He's a great
It's not what the doctor ordered.
He is. He's so good.
He's got quite a bit of characters out there, though.
Amazing.
Why can't I access the...
So efficient.
No, he doesn't have the sign. Remember? Oh wait, no, you didn't have that. My friend
I
had
love
that.
that blonde chick. It's amazing. Forget anything. I'm talking about that blonde chick.
No, maybe not.
Okay, he's villainous pack, and he pulls the takedown out, passes priority, or passes back. He will attack with Deathstroke. He will chump block once again, unable to get anything he wants done. It looks like Robert is getting all the luck and is putting out a good strategy. Robert pulls 1 dice out of the bag. It is a Hawkman. See what else he pulls out. Superman and his casualties. Let's see what. Ooh, he gets a nice roll. He gets the burst, but it's not the double burst for casualties, which is the only one that matters at the burst. He rolls one Hawkman, a sidekick, and an energy on the Superman. Let's see if he decides to re-roll those two. Sorry, guys. Like I said, we got a little cramped space here. Just a little bit tight for us to be moving around, so I once again apologize for any movement. Robert decides to re-roll three dice, sorry. Ooh, he re-rolls a Superman with the 5/5 and a free cost to field on Hawkman. There's one he fields Superman for one. He decides to field Hawkman. He KOs one of the sidekicks with his villainous pack. Casualties. He will pay a fist to gain one life. Then he uses villainous pack global. So Robert is now at 19, Jason at 16. Robert passes priority to Jason. Jason claims nothing. He attacks with Hawkman. Let's see who Jason decides to block with. He's going to chump block. So now he pays the mask to give the psychic and Constantine the villain affiliation. Thanks to the takedown. So KOs. He calls Morphing Jar on his next turn. Ooh, he pulls it. See if he has any better luck with this one. He does roll a Morphing Jar, but it's already a free fielding cost. So that was not much help, but it's nice to see that he can get the roll now. He re-rolls and he gets a character face for takedown. He has quite a bit of energy left over after fielding the Morphing Jar. Jason has options here. Let's see what he decides to attack with.
Once per turn, pay a bolt or a fist the first time you play a basic action die.
Jason looks like he might be contemplating Batman's Global, which is once per turn, if you use an action die or roll it, you are able to pay one fist or bolt and gain one life, which should be very useful as they are only one life apart. Jason puts out Morphing Jar and two sidekicks to attack. Now Robert will declare blockers. So he's going to attack with Batman and Superman. And Aquaman. Or, sorry, he's going to block with those.
I'm gonna give
Jason's going to use
villain
and
Constantine,
affiliation to Constantine, Morphing Jar, and
I'll give him to all four.
Any sidekicks?
I keep messing this up, huh?
You do. Just stay away.
It's my fault.
That was Chris again, guys.
He's already a villain.
No. Ten, and these
Constantine and Morphing Jar and the two sidekicks are who you gave villain this pack to. Or sorry, not he gave the villain affiliation to.
I'm going to take down on Warping Jar. So take one.
Yeah, I was going to use takedown on the Morphing Jar.
Knock him out.
So he knocks out Morphing Jar, so he takes 4 damage because of the villain affiliation. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, it's because Black Manta has retaliation, so any affiliated characters that are knocked out deals 1 damage to the opponent. So Robert now takes 4 damage, and he takes 10 damage.
Alright, let's walk through that.
So here's a clarification if you guys are curious.
All villains.
So they're all villains, every
All
character.
villains, you take
So Morphing Jar is now knocked out, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay, so that's 4.
4 damage, and that puts Robert at 12.
So he knocks out.
And then he knocks out.
Well, they knock out simultaneously. So then there's 3 villains left. So each will do 3 damage.
So because of the 2 sidekicks knocking out simultaneously, the 3 remaining villains are then giving
That's where you
6.
lost me. They did 3 damage.
Robert's asking for
3
clarification.
damage for each one.
Based on which? On the retaliation. Okay.
So if you guys are unable to follow, just one more clarification. Because of the retaliation effect on Black Manta, we are getting 4 for the knockout of Morphing Jar because at the time there are 4 villains left on the field. And since the 2 sidekicks knock out simultaneously, each of them are claiming 3 damage to Robert. So Robert is now at 6 life, guys. That was a pretty nice move there by Jason. You know if any of you guys have seen that before. If not, if you like it, if you have seen it before, have you guys used it? Robert pulls out his casualties along with his Hawkman and some energy, or sorry, psychic die. So if you guys are curious, the rest of the tournament is all done for this round at least, and this is the final table. We had a couple good matches, it sounds like. Chris won. Chris won. We had Arthur or Jeff. Who won out of that? Arthur or Jeff?
Ken played Jeff.
Okay, so Ken played Jeff. And then we had Arthur who beat Chris. Or sorry, Drew. I'm looking right at him, I called him Drew. Sorry guys, I'm a little out of the loop here. I'm trying to update you in case you're all curious. So Robert fields a sidekick. He fields his Hawkman for 1. And he's going to use 3 energy to buy Robin. He's on the pack global. And with that, he has a mighty wall. Let's see what he decides to do here. Remember, at the time, Deathstroke is the only villain other than Black Manta on Jason's side that would offer retaliation. Robert's going to pass priority,
That's priority. You know that.
and he does not attack, so it goes straight to Jason.
Harley Quinn.
Jason's going to call Harley Quinn. Can he do it this time, guys? Hands together, fingers crossed, breath held.
Got her.
Sorry, guys. Jason is on the custom mat, and Robert is on his Marvel mat.
On zero.
Sorry, guys. Let me. I didn't notice the comments here. Robert has 6 life, and he is wearing. Or sorry, he's on the blue mat. Let me clarify that. Robert is on the Marvel mat. The blue mat is Jason. Jason has 15 life to Robert's 6. Sorry, Digital Limit. I know that was a little confusing. I was watching the match, not the stream. My bad. Let's see. He finally was able to get Harley out there, but once again, it's a free fielding cost, so it does not matter. Both her and Morphing Jar are able to field for free right now. He has quite a bit of energy left, too, so let's see what he decides to do there. You're very welcome, Digital Limit.
You can put any. I remember this monster. Do you guys remember that monster? Yeah, dude, that's Carl. That's Carl. That's Carl.
You're right. Yeah, one of the important part. That's right.
See, Jason's contemplating here. He's got a couple options. See if he decides to attack, and if so, with who. He used 4 energy. Let's see who or what he buys.
Checking Prairie Lily. Fast Party.
He's gonna buy
Morphing Jar.
the Affection Injection Fairy Lily, and he will use Morphing Jar to attack.
I'll take 2.
Robert's just gonna let him go through and take 2. Morphing Jar goes to the use. Robert says he's learned from that trick from the last time. Robert's got a nice wall there, filling up his entire field zone. He rolls casualties and 1 sidekick along with 2 shields and a mask. So we were playing 5 more turns, guys, since our time is up. Here at Comic Hero U, we decide to go 5 turns after the final buzzer goes off. Starting with the person whose turn it is 5, then to 4, then 3, to 2 to 1. And the last turn is 1, and whoever has more life at the end, if no one has 1, is the victor.
I will KO one of my sides.
Robert's going to KO one of his own sidekicks with casualties.
I'm going to spend this to gain a life.
He's going to spend them, question mark,
No, sorry. I'm going to spend this to use because I used the basic action.
he's going to spend the question mark for Batman's global to gain a life because he's a global. He's going to use Villainous Pact.
What's that?
Bonus pack.
Same thing. Why?
Oh, because technically
I
there's
just
something in
wanted to
the
say
front,
that
right?
you can't use it. It's something in prep.
Oh.
With just
Okay.
different orders.
Sorry.
Just for clarification, if anyone was wondering, that Villainous Pact has to be done when there's nothing in your prep area, so Robert will redo that and do that first before using the gain of life.
And that's where
And now he passes priority over to Jason.
I'm gonna pass that.
Jason's going to pass it right back. No attack from Robert. So that is 1 turn down, 4 left, guys.
Basic action.
So
character
Okay.
just died.
What effect is that? You call your
I
own.
don't have any
So Jason, for his Constantine's
I love
effect,
this, and you
called his basic action, although that really doesn't apply because it's free to field anyways. But we're having a good chuckle here. Sorry, it doesn't cost to field. Yeah, it doesn't field either, just because it's Jason. But so he has question mark, a mask, a shield, and a basic action for takedown. Oh, sorry, Digital Limit. The trick that Jason pulled off earlier was he used the ability of takedown to, which is a global pay 1 mask in the target character that you choose becomes a villain by affiliation. He used that on every character that wasn't a villain on his side, and because of the retaliation on Black Manta, he was able to attack with Morphing Jar and 2 sidekicks and take, since they were all 3 knocked out, retaliation kicked in and he did 10 damage to Robert. Let's see what happens here.
What about for rares from other sets? I have all the other. Oh, really? Dang, man. That's the thing about Blitz also. It has no result. Oh, damn it. I put it alphabetical order. I put it by number. First, I was doing it by energy, and then I had to find what it was nearby. And I found it.
Jason's still deciding. Let's see what happens here. Yes, exactly. That was the combo that he pulled off, and it worked very well because Robert didn't see it coming at the time.
Attack with Harley Quinn.
He's gonna attack with Harley Quinn. Let's see what blockers Robert declares. He chump blocks.
I'll turn Hawkman into a villain.
He turns Hawkman into a villain, and does 4 damage for takedown. But
No. 4 damage to Hawkman, not to you.
sorry, does 4 damage to Hawkman. Oops. Robert drops a die. So Robert's able to roll another casualties. He rolls a double shield on Robin. Die. Robert does not roll Robin's character base, but he does get casualties out. Not that that helps because there are no sidekicks on Jason's side, but he can knock out one of his own sidekicks to gain a life. So he fields Hawkman. Actually, we're just playing constructed, guys. It's open to any set, so it's unlimited. We're just playing 20 life, standard rules. But right now, well, last week we did a somewhat hybrid draft, which was 10 packs from Justice League and also a starter. That was pretty fun. Everyone was getting to learn the set. Robert here, who is once again on the Marvel mat, has gone to he went to Nationals and he will be at Worlds. So he is our resident expert. Yes, it is a Gabi. It's not been used yet, but we'll see if it gets out. Robert's gonna buy back Black Manta.
Something about aid.
Robert passed priority. Priority is passed back to Robert, and Robert says end his turn. Who will Jason call for his ability?
Fairy Lily.
He's going to call Fairy Lily. No, guys, actually, no one from Dyson is here today. We do have often visits from them. Some friends of the shop also are part of the group. Robert is friends with some of them and is able to communicate with them before going to these big tournaments. They are a great source to get information from. Mendel was here on Saturday for Free Comic Book Day, helping commentate our tournament on that day. If any of you guys were able to catch it, if not, do we have the videos from past up on the Facebook page?
They're actually up on the YouTube.
If you go to the YouTube channel for Dice Masters 101 and the Facebook page, you can find the videos from our past couple streams. They're all archived. We've only had 3 or 4 so far, and Mendel, like I said, did the last one on Saturday, which would be 5/2/15.
That all-day stream at what's called Free Comic Day, 8 hours.
Just to warn you guys, that one that Mendel was part of was a 8-hour continuous stream, so you may want to fast forward and jump to the pieces you want to see. We did have 7 viewers, I'm being told, which is, kudos to you guys and thanks for being part of this. We're just hoping people will get to enjoy watching if they're unable to play as often as they'd like. I know some of you are stuck at work, stuck at home, whatever it may be. You don't have a place around your place. We're here every Thursday. We start at 5. You're welcome to subscribe, and you will be updated with an email every time we go live, which is the best way to do it. I know Ken and Chris did a good unboxing for Justice League last week, which is fun to watch. Which is, a great part of this whole community is we're there to help everyone check everything out and to become one. So getting back to the game. Yeah, Digital Limit, I could see you're working. You may be at work, but you might not be working, right? No. It's always nice to get a release from work. I'm technically at my work right now, and I get to come here and hang out with the guys, and when I'm not working, and just me and Enrique here that work here, and we have fun playing with the guys. They're all friends to us now, and we like to get down and try to beat these guys. Doesn't work too often, but it happens. So Robert is at Robert's at 5 and Jason's at Robert's at 15, Jason's at 5. No? Okay, I misspoke. I was right the first time. Jason's at 15 and Robert's at 5. That's right, because Jason pulled off the big combo. I have a secret admirer here from the shop. I wonder who it could be. It makes me blush. I don't know if I could speak anymore. I might go weak in the knees. Ooh, Robert gets 2 sidekicks and a bunch of energy. That does not help him. Let's see what he decides here. He's looking maybe to buy. He's going to attack with everything. He's just going to throw it all out there. Remember, guys, our turns are almost up. So at this point, Robert needs to gain ground. He has 10 life down. This is maybe his last chance. He's got some heavy hitters out there. He's got a 5 attack Superman, a 6 attack on Batman, 2 on Aquaman, 3 on Hawkman, and 4 sidekicks. Whereas Jason has a Black Manta with 3 defense, Harley with 3 defense, Constantine with 3 defense, and Deathstroke with what looks like 6 defense. So he's going to decide to block Superman with Constantine, Deathstroke with Batman, Harley with Harley on Hawkman. He's going to give the villain affiliation to Constantine. So
I'll gain 1 life for damaging him.
Robert gains a life for damaging Deathstroke. Takes the Batman's ability. So now that was Robert's priority. The priority will then be passed to Jason. Jason will give Constantine the villain affiliation. Those are all three villains. So Constantine's gonna get knocked out. So 1 damage to Robert. Or sorry, to Jason. 2. Constantine is KO'd, so that gives so Jason ends at 8 and Robert ends at 3. It's getting close, guys.
That's it.
So that okay, that's right. This is Jason's last turn. So with that, Jason is guaranteed victory, guys.
Hoping he'd come up.
Or says he was hoping that Robin would come up, when with that he would have won probably. So that's it, guys. That's the match. Jason wins. We got to see some fun little tactics there. A very defensive heavy battle, and in the end, we'll see Jason take his first victory of the tournament.
So everyone on the stream, take a look. Copy the team. Hurry up, hurry up.
Yeah. So guys, before we take this away, Chris is frantically yelling, "Take a screenshot, something. Get these teams and take them to Worlds." Yeah, hey, Digital Limit said, "Damn you, Jason." So he's cursing you from the internet. Digital Limit. He says, "Congrats." Just tongue out face. So glad to see you're enjoying this, Digital Limit. You may be one of our only viewers at the point, other than people in the store. But that's not a problem. We're so happy that you guys are able to do this. Let's see who we can get out this next round. I will be stepping off the mic because I will be playing next. Someone else will be taking over. What we do here is if we have a bye, we just switch off commentators. We had a friend who was maybe going to commentate for you guys, a female with a very beautiful face and voice, and she was tired from working here all day cleaning for us, being a lovely lovely woman. Not that was meant to be misogynistic, sorry, but she was here helping us, and she decided to go home. So next time we may have a beautiful face for you to look at instead of just these nerdy guys talking about a game they love. We may have some fashion advice during our stream. We don't know.
Whoa, what about Ken Pie?
Yeah, everyone's Ken Pie. Ken is the beast with no name. Jason plays Ken. Arthur plays Matt. I play Robert. Ooh, me and Robert. This ought to be interesting. Drew gets the bye. Drew, you are on the mic. You don't want to? Alright, guys. Drew doesn't want to take the mic. That's not a problem. We don't force people on here. Do you want to commentate your own match? Or okay, Chris is going to commentate his own match. So let's see if he spills his hand before the enemy sees what's coming. Take care, guys.
Alright, guys. That was the beautiful, very beautiful Kent. Thank you for commentating this whole time while I was out playing my game. I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit so we can get things set up to the logo. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Sorry, I forgot my water.
I'll come over to you. I'll come over.
Yeah, Jeff deserves to win. Wait, I'm playing against Jeff though. Okay. You might as well give up now, Chris. Whoa. So much anger. Was I in the camera the first time? Yeah. Oh, it was, yeah. Why am I ion off me? Buy another one. Buy more stuff. Yeah. People actually still watching. Yeah, like every time I show up, you're on device. You're not, yeah. Yeah, no, show up. Want to commentate the match? No, don't worry about it. I was planning on doing it already. I just wanted to put you on the spot a little bit. Do you need more space? No. No? Okay, I'm gonna push mine out more then. So
When two become one. Wanna make love to you, baby. Do you know this guy? Where is he? I think this dude's been talking a while ago.
Oh yeah.
This dude, Chappy Chap.
Yeah, I don't think he was playing or watching. Hey man, we should all like file a class action lawsuit like everyone else.
You don't need to file one. Everyone else already filed it for you.
Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the stream. Dice Masters 101 here at Comic Hero University Fullerton. And it looks like yours truly, Chris P, will be on the stream, facing against Jeff. Why? Why, Jeff? Why? I'll tell you why. We're gonna be playing a couple games. You know, you guys, this is really meant for, you know, a lot of kind of teaching what's going on. A lot of the things we're really trying to, you know, play with the set, kind of show everyone, you know, our little ideas. I mean, we've already had instances where people go ahead and, you know, build a little version of their own and copy a little bit of what we have here. And, you know, that's okay. It's encouraged here because above anything else, we want more people, more new blood to be playing this game. So it's always good to show off what things, what you guys can do. And when you go home and play with your friends, you can impress them with all the Dice Masters knowledge you now have. I'm gonna go ahead and finish setting up, and I believe everyone started the game, so let me stop talking and let me start setting up.
I don't know D&D at all.
Good. You'll see some D&D. I use 2 out of almost every, or out of every set except Yu-Gi-Oh.
I don't have D&D or you. So starters.
Alright, let's see. I don't need this. I'll be at 20 life points. I have my bag. I have my Doge. And let's start with a good old-fashioned roll-off. Alright. Looks like Jeff rolled 2 sidekicks, so I'm going to go ahead and roll none. Great.
With 2,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna buy 2 black
2 black what?
man.
2 black mantas? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Looks like I got a couple sidekicks and a couple masks. As much as I like this roll, I'm gonna have to see if I can get something else out of this. I'm gonna go ahead and roll 3. Looks like I rolled the same exact thing. I mean, that's terrible. This is a
big thumbs up.
This is a terrible start. I'm gonna go ahead and field the 2. I have 2 masks. I have no clue what to deal with. I mean, I literally have nowhere to dump.
Oh, sorry. No, I don't know why.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass priority to you and end my turn. Oh, actually, no. I'm gonna be aggressive. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to attack for 2. There you go. So that goes into used pile for wink wink, you guys know what. Sound alright? Alright. I'm gonna assume the sound's alright. No one's saying anything on chat. Thank you guys.
Someone's asking what basic actions are.
What are the basic actions? Magic Missile, Power Bolt, and something. So there's Magic Missile times 2, Power Bolt, and Save Civilians. This is the new basic action from the DC set. Whenever you field a sidekick this turn, reduce the fielding cost of another die by 1. Draw a die from your bag and put it in your prep area. Shoutouts to Digital Limit. Thanks for talking to us on stream. Alright, so he goes and buys Serena. Pass priority to me. I'm gonna go ahead and ramp once, and I'm gonna ramp twice using Professor X Global. Good? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and roll these 3. This is terrible. Just terrible. Let's go ahead and Okay, we got bodies, guys, but we need something else. Need a little bit of something else. Yeah, a little bit of that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna re-roll. I don't know if I rolled already. I'm gonna pay 2 for a Constantine. That leaves me with this. I'm gonna field those 2. What could I do here? Could go ham. With 5, 3, and I'm gonna burn stuff, so probably don't want to do that. Why don't we go ahead and let's pass priority. Alright, so he's gonna go ahead and ramp twice, use my Professor X that he didn't bring. Thanks. And I'm going to end my turn.
Nothing in my bag.
Sure. That's it.
Reroll D3.
Sure thing.
You pay 1 for him.
Mm-hmm.
Both those 2.
Alright, those goes to prep area.
And then it's the common one.
The common Wolverine.
When Wolverine attacks one, you may spin down one opponent's character down one level.
Alright. Okay, so I'm going to declare no blockers. Let me go ahead and use this mask for Magneto's effect. Pay a mask, reroll a villain die. I believe that's a villain die. So I spend that, and let's see what we got. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and ramp twice. 1, 2. Mine? Alright, so empty bag. I take 1 damage. So I have 1 floating energy. It's floating.
Oh, your deck.
Yes, look at my deck. It is there. I hope you enjoy the view of my deck. I'm gonna go ahead and reroll these. Sure. Okay, so that's been decided for me. I have this. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pay a bolt to use Epic Dragon's effect. Once per turn, pay a bolt. When you purchase your next action die this turn, it costs 2 less to a minimum of 1 and deal 1 damage to your opponent. So you take 1 damage. I'm going to use my 1 floating energy to go ahead and buy a magic missile. Put that there. I'm going to field a Constantine for freezies. And then I have 4 energy left. I'm going to go ahead and spend that well-deserved energy on a human paladin. And I pass priority to you. Alright. And I'm going to end my turn. And I'm going to declare, if you draw Black Widow and field her, she cannot attack this turn. So, Constantine, Black Widow. The secret is that I knew he bought it, guys.
How did you know?
I cheated. If you want to believe that, I cheated. All right, so he's gonna re-roll, and he got some fists. That was 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, right? Or 1, 3? What was it? You tell me. You rolled it. Wow. It's up to you, man. I can rewind the stream. and we can see what it is.
I think it was this one because it wasn't the lowest.
All right,
And then the other one was
all right, all right. Let's agree.
okay. With 2,
Sure.
I will buy a widow.
All right, a Black Widow is being bought.
I'm gonna,
You had to pay fielding costs.
yeah.
Okay.
So use this. Wait.
Yeah, you use these two to buy the Widow,
this one and this
and then the fielding cost.
And I'm gonna put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Use this.
All right, changing energy spent. Gotcha. All right, so now that I see he has a fist available, I'm gonna go ahead and ramp for 2, and I'm gonna chump block. I'm gonna chump block this, so I'll have to take the 1 damage. So I'm gonna go to the prep area, and then I believe I take 1, correct?
Yes.
So I go from 19 to 18. And now, are we good to have my turn? All right. Empty bag, guys. Gonna go ahead and put these back. Let's see if we can roll something pretty good. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. And 4. All right. Put these aside for you guys. Alright. So there's that. There's that. I'm gonna go ahead and reroll all these dice. Awesome, awesome. So I will pay the fist to field this guy. And his effect is, while active, your characters in the field cannot be affected by global abilities used by your opponent. I'm gonna go ahead and think about what I want to do. And I believe it is time to I think I'm going to do I want to do that instead? No, I do not. Yes, I will. No, I won't. What is this in here? Okay, I remember now. I'm gonna go ahead and end my turn. Pass priority to you. Alright. I'm gonna use Constantine's consistent effect. I believe that if you field a Black Manta, you cannot attack with Black Mantas this turn.
So it's even ones that are on the field already?
Yes. I was recently errated, believe it or not, guys. Alright, so if you field that Black Manta, the other one also won't be able to attack this turn.
And his ability is on the fire, right?
Mm-hmm. Blank text as well.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Alright.
Yes, because
I don't know, it's not going well.
my phone's not getting it.
It's not going well right now.
Don't tell the people on the stream. Let's see this. Words. The mats are JLA versus Avengers, X-Men. Definitely do mirror match. What's that? Green Arrow versus Hawkeye, Deadpool versus Deadpool. Dark Side, Apocalypse, Aquaman, Namor, Flash, Quicksilver, Iron Man versus Batman. Yes. Thank you guys for being so active on the stream. I know we got our customers here talking to you guys on the stream. I'd like to thank you very much for joining us. we come play here at Kamakura University Fulton. We play Dice Masters here on Dice Masters 101. Like, comment, subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or not MySpace. What am I saying? What? I am so old that MySpace is in my head. So YouTube, Facebook, Google Plus if you guys are using that, and Twitch, of course. Subscribe. All right.
While active, I can't target any of your characters with global traits.
Which one? Yes.
That's Friday too.
Alright, I would like to use Magneto's ability for you to reroll your 3/5 Black Manta. Black Manta. Okay, so now he's a 1. He's a 3/5 again. Great. Do I want to do things? I do not like that Black Manta. I'm gonna have you reroll him an additional time. Alright. And I'm gonna go ahead and use Professor X Global. Pass priority back to you. RIP MySpace. Thank you, Fizznet. Much appreciated. Shoutouts to Fizznet. Alright, so 2 out. Empty bag. 4 in, 4 out. Yes. Gonna reroll these 3. This is terrible. So I'll go ahead and field all that. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not, guys? Because here, in this game, this is what we do. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt your life points for 2, and power it with torch for 3. Goes in the use pile, and I will pass priority to you. Good. Alright, I end my turn. And go ahead, I end my turn. And I'm gonna say Black Widow cannot be fielded and have blank text, blah blah blah, all that cool stuff. You've been winning. What do you want me to do?
I think this one can do the same thing. Yeah, that one can draw, right?
Alright. Yes. Yes, you will. You will attack?
No.
I'll let you decide what you want to do.
No, I'm not gonna try.
No attack? Alright, so empty bag. 2. So I take, I believe, 2 bird damage, correct? So 16. I have 2 floating energy. Okay. Choo choo, mofos. I'll go ahead and spend the 2 floating energy and the 1 shield to buy a magic missile. I'm gonna bolt your life for 2. Pass the priority to you. Alright. Alright. I'm going to end my turn. I will not. Oh yeah, sorry. Let's see. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All your psychic dice are out. Looks like I'm going to be declaring. Let's see, Black Manta. I'll declare Black Manta. I was worried about Vibe though.
Low chance of getting him though.
Really? Yeah, there is. There you go. You got it. What is that? Open Vibe? When Vibe is active, whenever an opponent character.
He's up or down, 5 deals 2 damage.
I see.
It's supposed to work
That was
with,
the only thing I could buy with my first roll.
Mhm.
I didn't have the other. I got the go off.
Alright, so Black Mantas are paralyzed. I call Black Manta. Side 7 sidekicks fielded. Alright, so I cannot spin down physically, I believe. He is all the way down.
Oh,
Yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and chump 1 for each.
so you take 4.
I'll take 4 for unspun damage. So that goes from 16 to 12? Am I doing math correct? I think I'm doing correct math.
And
Alright.
then with the global,
Uh-huh.
paying Black Manta for 1 and 1.
Mhm.
So his damage during the attack step, so you take 1 damage.
Okay, so Black Manta is damage during the attack step and not KO. Deal 1 damage to opposing player. That is awesome. So I take 2. I'm at 10. Correct?
Yes.
Alright. So I'm at 10, guys. Empty bag. I'm gonna have to take 1 again, so 9. And I have 1 floating energy. Okay, is this mine?
Yes.
So that's that. Potentially be good. But I have to worry about stuff next turn. Okay, so what can I do, guys? I can do this. I feel that when I do this. Alright, we can try that. We'll try to see what we can do. I'll reroll this. Field the sidekick. I'm gonna pay a bolt to activate Red Dragon's effect. So I can buy for cheaper. Go and buy a magic missile. Use this as the payment. And magic missile. I'm gonna go ahead and do a 4 to your life. That's turn to you. Alright. Yes, I believe so. I have to call something. Vibe. I guess. Yeah, vibe.
It doesn't make anything. Oh!
It fell. Why are you all over the place today? Jeez.
What was that?
I thought that was that.
Oh, is that okay?
I think so. I don't know.
So you did call vibe. So if I feel vibe, I have to make a decision now.
Yes, please.
I want to cycle apart from out. It doesn't matter if you're in game life and I'm on these characters. I need to get walls. What's your call? Oh, sorry. Let's see. I'm in the wrong one. Robin. That's the most that you got. Well, wait. All maxed out. Every character. Nah, that's fine. And yeah, let's do that. Oh, yeah.
Do like that.
Okay, so I can't spin down, so I go from 9 to 5 immediately. And it looks like things are gonna be happening, so why don't we we're gonna block here and here. Kill it. Take 2. And I'll just block 1 here. So this knocks out. This one KOs. This KOs. And I sit comfortably at 5. Good to go? Alright, so empty bag. I would love to draw.
This is a very, very close game.
I would love to draw. Oh no! Alright. What's up? Did you take 1 damage from Red Dragon's Global? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for that stream. Guys, digital. Who said that? Who said that?
I don't know how to pronounce that. No. Norim Forad?
Norim Farad. Shoutouts to you. You might have saved me. But we'll never know.
No, I just forgot.
I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll these characters. That's a tough beat, guys. So, fields for free. Fields for free. Two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. 1, 2, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and spend 3 energy on Power Bolt.
It's still going. It's hard. This is hard.
And I end my turn.
You're not gonna use your power book?
Not now.
Ramp once.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and declare, I'm gonna declare, what's his name? Vibe.
I only have 2.
Alright, so you take 2.
2 damage. I'll take 4 damage.
Cannot field vibe. Or you can field vibe, but consequences. This is so lame. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry, guys. Let's liven up this stream. Fizznet. Alright, you tell me exactly how you want to liven up the stream. What's your name in the... Oh, how do you want to liven up the stream? Fizznet. I'll call you by your handle, so you can remain anonymous. What can we do to liven up the stream? Alright, give me a little shrug, not too sure. Alright. We'll figure this out together, guys. How to liven up the stream. Bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bum.
I'm just gonna go.
Alright, looks like Jeff is gonna go extremely ham.
Because you're gonna get power bolts next.
Yes.
So
So, hold on 1 second. Do I want to use this before that happens? Or do I want to use it now to guarantee? Let me do a little bit of math before you move into attack phase. Oh, it's fine. Okay, so I spin down 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2. Do we have any buff damages?
no, I don't.
We do not. Oh,
I wish I did.
okay, so I'll go ahead and spin down 2 since I can't block anyway. Please. So let's go. What does Black Manta do?
If Black Manta is damaged around the attack step and not KO, deal 1 damage to the opposing player.
And not KO'd?
Yeah.
Ah, I see. See, that's where the problem lies in. I have 3. Okay, so I guess just 1 damage and not KO'd. Okay. So I go down to 1 pretty much. So if I do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 2 damage. I would have to bolt these 2 in order to stay alive. 3, 7, 6, 7, 1, 2. Alright, I guess that's my only options. So, let's go ahead and block 1 to 1, 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 1, and then I'm gonna go ahead and magic missile this and powerbolt that.
I thought you couldn't save it though.
You can activate action cards. Yes,
In the phone stream?
yes you can. We can call Robert if you want. Robert, may I if I saved my basic action card for my opponent's turn, may I use it during his turn?
So you can save the action.
Anytime like globals.
Because there's now abilities that use action dice in your
Alright, so good to go? Alright, so I'll go ahead and take 2 to 1. And I believe all these are okay. These two go through. Those are fine. These are not fine. Those die too. Yes. So all this is left. And I have these two. And then these got used for energy. And this slides over. Good to go? Alright. One out. One, two, three. I think so. Okay, that's good. That's good. I need these. It's gonna do 1 damage for sure. First 2 points of damage were from the black or the Serena effect, and the other 2 are from the Black Manta. That's why I'm at 1. Okay. Let's go ahead and reroll all these. Well, let's see if we can clutch this for ourselves, guys. Okay. Oops, excuse me. Alright, so we do have that to worry about. You're at 6, right? Or 5? 7? Are you sure? Because I was counting. I think you're at 5, dude. Guys on the stream, do you guys know exactly what it's at? Because I was counting. Alright, we can rewind it. Hold on, guys. I thought you were keeping track. Oh, because it might. I don't know. Okay, hold on 1 second. I was being super careful. Alright, let me see if I can access a. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short and then restart it so that it could be published, guys. Alright, hold on 1 sec.